Welcome again, everyone. In the last lecture, if you remember, we installed the cPanel on our Droplet machine in DigitalOcean, and now we are ready to configure our server and add our emails and so on. In this lecture, let's start with the basic configuration or the main setup for our servers. As you can see here, we are connecting through the IP address to this server. So the first thing I will do is to map my domain name to this IP address. To do this, simply we open our DNS management console in our domain provider. In my case, it's GoDaddy. Just navigate to my area code here and remove the parked, and then just point to this IP address. Be sure to add the @ symbol as the host name and click save. Very simple. Now, this domain h-y.me, which is my domain, example domain, will point to this IP address, which is my server address. You have to give it some time to update the records, and then you can access your server using this domain name. Alright, so I wait a little bit. Let's test now my domain. I will copy it, go here, and let's remove the IP address and put my domain instead of it. And let's run this. And as you can see, very nice. Now I'm using my domain name to log into my server or to access my server. In the same way for this account login page here, remove the IP and login. And here we are. So this is the first step, is mapping our domain name to our IP address or to our server. Now let's log in to our cPanel web hosting manager. The username and the password are the username and the password of your machine, which is root as username, and the password you put in your machine when you configure it for the first time. Let's log in, and here we are. Since it's the first time I log into my cPanel, it will ask you for some steps. Just agree for the license agreement. You have to put a server contact address. I will put my email now, and again this is my email address here. This is the server host name and everything. Just save and go to step 3. And here, if you have another IP address for your server, you can add it here. Now I don't have anything, it's just one IP address. Let's go to step 4, which is the name server. You can keep everything as defaults. Here you can select the type of DNS you want to use. There is BIME, Power DNS, My DNS. These are out of the scope of this lecture. You can go to my YouTube channel. I have a video about these types. You can check it out if you want. Now just continue, go to step 5. It's starting the services and so on. Here you can set the FTP configuration between Pro FTPD or Pure FTPD. Also, you can check my video on YouTube channel to see the difference between those, or you can even disable FTP on your server, but we don't want this because we're going to use it later. Also, you can enable brute force protection on your server by default. Let's go to step 6 now, and let's click finish on step 6 so we can enter our cPanel main web host manager. Alright, this is it, and click save settings. I think it's very simple. It's a step-by-step configuration and very nice. Here we are in the main web hosting manager interface. As you can see this note here, you must reboot your server to enable Cortez, apply kernel updates and so on. Let's apply our reboot now and reboot our system. Click proceed, and the system now will reboot. Just wait a little bit, about 30 seconds for the system to reboot. Okay, now let's refresh our server address. Don't worry about this warning, it's about SSL because this is a self-signed certificate and it's not a real certificate. It's okay, I will show you later how to install a real SSL for free on your cPanel. Just click proceed now, and here we are. Let's log in again, and this is it. Our server now is ready. You can see that this is a trial license. The nice thing is you can use cPanel for about 15 days totally for free, so you can test it, configure whatever you want. Then you can buy a VPS license for about $20 per month. Okay, Now the second thing I want to do is to create a new account so we can log in using our cPanel login screen here. So just search for accounts and go here and create a new account. As you can see, here is the shortcut for this page. Create a new account. Let's set the domain name, which is my domain here. This is the username, hy. Let's set it as user1 and set the password you want. You can enter your email address, and here you have to choose a package. By default, we have only the default package that comes built in cPanel. The package allows you to set the limitations, like how many databases can the user create, how many websites can he host, how many email relays can he send per day, and so on. And this is what makes cPanel fantastic. You can set the limitations on your emails sent per day. We will see this in a little bit. We can here select options manually. If you don't have any packages or you don't want to select the default package, you can select options manually. And you can see now here you can select disk space quota, the FTP accounts, and so on. Now what we are concerned here is about the email options. We have the email accounts, the number of emails the user can create in his accounts. It's by default set to unlimited. If you are using this server for your own purposes, then keep it as unlimited for everything, because it's for you. If you want maybe to sell email addresses, maybe to give your customers or somebody else a certain amount of emails, then you can set a limit here, like maybe 5 emails is the maximum amount, and so on. I will keep it now unlimited, and here we have the maximum quota per email. How much space can email save in megabytes? Also, you can set unlimited or set a certain size, as you can see in megabytes. Also, you can set the mailing lists. How many mailing lists can the user add? And here we have two also options about emails. The maximum hourly emails by domain related. How many relays can the user send hourly? Also here it's set to unlimited, so you can send unlimited relays by your account. Again, if you are selling your account or you are giving one of your customers or one of your friends an email or a business email to use, you can set a limit for the relays so not to overload your server. I will keep it now also unlimited. Also, you have the maximum percentage of failed or deferred messages here per hour. Also, you can set a limit if you want. So here we are. Let's continue now and create the account. Click create. Very nice. This is the account is created, and now we are ready to log in. In the cPanel login main screen, we can say user1 and log in to our cPanel account. Very nice. You can see this is my user and this is my domain and this is the IP address, and we are ready now to configure our emails and start testing our mail server in cPanel. Thank you for following, and see you in the next lecture.